Hey guys, it's me Mally, and today I'm going to be ranking my favorite games of all time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, share it with your friends, all that YouTube stuff, and enjoy the video. Alright, so how this one works is basically I'm going to be putting my favorite games higher up right here. So we're going to go from my favorite games down. I know it's kind of weird, but that's just how it works, you know? And at the end of the video, we'll rearrange them, try to perfect the list and whatnot. So obviously, the first thing we're going to start out with, that's at least fairly obvious to me, is Red Dead Redemption 2. If I can find it, here it is. That is my favorite game of all time. Just amazing story, amazing gameplay, and honestly, I've never thought a game could probably change my perspective on anything, but Red Dead definitely did. And also, my favorite types of genres are open world games, do whatever you want games, games I can mindlessly play with no real goal or objective for hours and hours. And you can do that with Red Dead. At any point in time, you can just go and mess around for hours. And if you activate the cheats, then none of it saves, and it's so enjoyable to do. So that's basically what the whole list is going to be like, is basically a bunch of open world games where you can do virtually whatever you want. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favorite game. My second favorite game of all time is actually a Nintendo game, which is kind of surprising because Nintendo doesn't really be doing a whole lot nowadays, but it's Breath of the Wild. But yeah, my second favorite game of all time is Breath of the Wild. I basically love it for the same reasons I play Red Dead, except it's not as philosophical, I guess. I don't know if Red Dead's philosophical is the right word for it, but it's just, it doesn't make you think differently about nothing. It's just a good game, really fun game mechanics, and you can you can play a game for a long time. You can play Zelda and not 100% it for a really long time, you know? So yeah, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, my second favorite game. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, my second favorite game of all time. It's a great game. And my third favorite game of all time, obviously I'm giving it to Terraria. You knew it was going to be here. You knew it was going to be, Square. And, it's just kind of a game I can turn my brain off and play. And I love the grinding aspect. It's the one game in the world where I don't mind having to grind 3 hours for some random bullshit, just because they make it enjoyable. That's something that no other game has done, is make grind enjoyable. And I think that's what Terraria does perfectly. And honestly, the top 3 here can be interchanged depending on how I feel. Well, I think Red Dead stays on top, but you can definitely change Breath of the Wild and Terraria together. But for right now, I'm going to say Zelda second, Terraria third. And my fourth favorite game of all time is Assassin's Creed Black Flag, dude. This game was so fun on my 360, and I just have so many memories of just me watching my cousins play it, and then me eventually buying it for myself years and years later, and actually just really enjoying the story that it provides you. And I didn't think that they would be able to do it, because no Assassin's Creed game has really captivated me in the same way that Black Flag has, Black Flag had amazing voice acting and a good story and some really cool missions, which, what's funny is there's a mission where you're supposed to creep through a swamp and everybody hates it, but that is one of my favorite levels in gaming, is going through the swamp and dealing with the crocodiles and shit. That's one of my favorite levels in gaming of all time. And it comes from Black Flag, because Black Flag, the open world is a banger. The costumes that you can get are bangers, dude. And yeah, man, Black Flag definitely deserves its spot at number 4. And honestly, depending on how the rest of these games age, I could possibly move it even a little further up. If, I heard they're gonna remake it. I don't know if that's true, and if they are, they will probably fuck it up. But I heard that they're going to remake it. And so if the remake is good, it's definitely getting put right back to third or second. Alright, so my fifth favorite game of all time is Pokemon White. Now, Pokemon White, it's a good ass game. Great story, especially for a fucking Pokemon game. And, Zekrom being my favorite Pokemon. Zekrom was my favorite Pokemon before I even played the game. That just goes to show you how much aura he has. And for being the fifth favorite game, your main character needs to have so much aura in order to be in my top 5, alright? And so Zekrom has that aura, dude, you know what I mean? So he's my fifth favorite game of all time. Well, not him, but Pokemon White. I mean, Pokemon White has one of my favorite Pokédexes of all time. So many cool new Pokemon, and I like generally most of them. and its legendaries and mythicals are also so fire. I think they did really well with this generation of Pokemon, and also I think they did really well with the story as well. Alright, so for my 6th favorite game of all time, it's a game that's an absolute classic. I used to play it so much with my cousins when I was a kid. Like, we would play for hours just 1v1ing each other, going against bots, and that's Call of Duty Ghosts, man. Call of Duty Ghosts is the best Call of Duty game there is, like, if you ask me, and if you ask a lot of other people. Even though it was hated on when it first came out, but, like, I didn't know that. All I knew was, dude, this is a good fucking fun game, you know what I mean? And I don't care what nobody says, it is a fun game, and probably has, objectively speaking, the best story in any Call of Duty game. Even better than Black Ops 1 and 2. So yeah, that right there puts it in the 6th spot, and honestly, it could go above Pokemon White if I was really feeling it, but for now, let's just keep it at 6, you know what I mean? Alright, so my 7th favorite game of all time, Skate 3, oh, it didn't work, okay, there you go. Skate 3 is my 7th favorite game of all time. I mean, it's just a fucking classic banger. Everybody's played this game at least once, you know? Like, the rest of these games, like, there's a chance you haven't played it. Almost everybody's played Skate 3 if you're like a gamer, you know what I mean? And so Skate 3 is just so fire. I used to play it on my 360 with my cousins as well. We used to take turns just going down the observatory dam. So that is just all great memories, and I still play it to this day, you know? It's still so fun to just turn your brain off and just do whatever and just play, skate, hit moves, just go down long paths, try to go as fast as you can. It's still a great, just fun time to have. And that's why it's in my 7th favorite game slot. And for my 8th favorite game of all time, I gotta give it to Naruto Storm 3, dude. This was my first ever, like, fighting game, and it was also my first ever anime game. And this is the game that got me into Naruto when I was a little kid. I was very little, and, like, I didn't even know what Naruto was, and I was playing this game with my cousins because, I first started gaming when I used to go over to their house and, like, just hang around, you know? Like, just hang out, play some games, and that's where I learned all of these great games. Like, you're gonna notice that a lot of games on this list are from the 360 era, and that's because the 360 era is the era that I started playing games, and also, the 360 era is just banger after fucking banger, dude. Like, they almost never missed in the 360 days. But yeah, man, Naruto Storm 3, so many good memories. It's basically what got me into anime. And I was, like, really young when I got into anime. Like, I remember when I started liking anime, it was, like, you were shunned for liking it. But nowadays, like, it's normal. But when back then, dude, it was just a huge introduction. I was like, damn, this is fire shit. So yeah, it's gonna take my 8th place. Pretty nice. Alright, so for my 9th slot, I kind of have, like, a mysterious banger in here. But Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain is, like, objectively speaking, like, gameplay-wise, the best Metal Gear game. Maybe except for Revengeance, but we'll get there eventually, okay? Not to spoil anything, but we'll get there eventually. And, you know, for me, like, I love just the sneaking around, just taking your time, and also you can just run around and do random bullshit if you wanted to, and I think it was fun as hell. And I haven't even fully played through the game yet. I'm just, like, I've spent years just messing around, just doing random shit, and just sneaking into random bases, taking everybody down, doing tactical, like, interrogations, and it's a fun gameplay mechanic. Granted, the online stuff is kind of fucking shit, but aside from that, this is, like, a fucking top tier game that people forgot about way too fast, in my opinion. So yeah, that definitely cements itself at number 9. Alright, so for my 10th favorite game of all time, I have Titanfall 2, dude. Like, this was my first ever game where I genuinely thought I could go competitive. I was like 10 years old, but I was fucking cracked at this game, bro. Like, let me tell you, I was unstoppable in my prime of Titanfall 2. Like, I don't even really remember how good I was. I just knew that I was way better than what I should have been. The fact that this game is gone now and probably will never see a sequel, fucking it sucks so much cock, bro. Like, I really wish I could get another shot to play this game competitively, because I honestly think that maybe there's a chance that I could, you know? And so yeah, man, this thing definitely takes the cake for number 10, and I could put it near, like, 7 or 6 if I wanted to. But I'm going to keep it at 10 just because it has been a while since I played it. And also, you know, just the sad fact that it's done now. It's kaput. And, you know, it makes my heart hurt. But, you know, it's still at 10. So for my number 11 slot, we have Minecraft. Now, this might be a surprise to some people, But I used to play Minecraft when it first came out. So I've been through every single stage of Minecraft there ever was. I've been through every single update of Minecraft there ever was. And this game basically raised me. Like I had years of bonding with my cousins and my sisters and like my whole family just because we would join each other's worlds on Minecraft Pocket Edition when it first came out, or we would even just play on 360 together. And this game basically defined who I was for a long fucking time. And the only reason why it's not higher is simply just because nowadays it's kind of a slugfest to go through. And, you know, I'm just not really a big fan of the gameplay loop that it has nowadays. Because I know that when I was a kid, I could go through it because we'd start a new world like every couple of days. But nowadays it's like, well, it's just not really that enjoyable for me to hop into a Minecraft world and try to beat it. So for that reason, it's going to take my number 11 slot. Alright, so for my number 12 spot, I have Forza 4. Now you might be asking, why Forza 4, not Forza 3 or 5? Well, I haven't played Forza 3, and Forza 5 is fucking ass. Like, can we all be real for a second? Forza 5 is dog shit, the map is ass. It's just not fun to go around the map. But in Forza 4, I found a pretty nice loop that doesn't have too many turns and twists, where you can just go all around the map all you wanted to for hours and hours, just listening to music and vibing out. And that's why I love this game so much. I have so many times where I've just put on headphones, vibed out, and played the game for hours. It's an enjoyable experience, but the games are low-key kind of mid. Like, I like them, but they're kind of mid, you know, and so for that, it's gonna take 12th place, you know, like I couldn't put it any higher. And so for my 13th place, you know what game takes that slot? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Now, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is it's a classic. Everybody knows it, or at least if they don't know it, they've definitely seen clips of it, you know, because it's fucking everywhere. Like, it's meme to shit, and that's just kind of the era that it was in. You know, 360 was all about like memes, kinda. Which, you know, I've never been a really big meme guy, but, you know, it's there, and it's just a really fucking fun game. Overly dramatic, but it like does it in such a good way, and it's just a hoot, you know. It's like it's a good ass time to play this game, and it's like not at all like a very sluggish game. You're always doing something, you're always fighting something, and you're barely ever like just walking with nothing going on, you know. And so for that, it takes 13th. Alright, so for my 14th slot, we got Watch Dogs 2. Now, another sleeper pick. I know people kind of shit on the Watch Dogs like franchise nowadays, but Watch Dogs 2, to me, yeah, the story is poo-poo dog shit. But to me, the graphics held up, and there's a certain type of ambiance to this game that makes it so fucking different than anything else I've ever played. Like, if you just put headphones on, walk in the middle of a city, I've never experienced anything like it, you know. It's like, it's such a vibe. Vibe is the right word to use. It is such a vibe, and I like just infiltrating random like gang territories and just killing everybody or taking everybody down, kind of like in Metal Gear Solid. And I really do kind of enjoy the hacking aspect of it, you know. I think it's fun to be able to control a car and make them hit a random cop or a random citizen, you know. I think that's just a fun thing to do. And I think that Watch Dogs Legion is the biggest letdown in gaming history. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I liked Watch Dogs 1. I fucking loved Watch Dogs 2. And I despise Watch Dogs Legion for what they did to my franchise. Let's be honest, this is my franchise. Not a lot of people like it, but I like it. And so, unfortunately, I can't put it any higher. Well, actually, maybe I could put it behind Titanfall, but you know, there's just like I can't let go of the fact that the story is non-existent. Like, you can play through that whole story and not give a single fuck about what happens, because that's what I did. When I was a kid, I played through the whole story. I didn't give a single rat's ass about what was going on or like who did what. I was like, oh, okay, next mission, cool, whatever, you know. And so for that, I can't really put it any higher. But 14 is a good place. Alright, so my 15th place is something that holds an infinite amount of memories. It's a big one. But Star Wars Battlefront 2, dude. This game, there's so much to this game. Everybody I knew pre-ordered this. I pre-ordered this. It came out and it was a stinker, bro. Like, you don't understand how disappointing this fucking game was when it came out as a major Star Wars fan. Like, I'm not really into it as much as I used to be, but I used to fucking be obsessed with Star Wars. And when they said they were making another Battlefront game, everybody I knew went fucking nuts. Like, they just did. And when it dropped, there's no words to describe the disappointment me and everybody else felt that day. You know? Like, there's no real words to describe how betrayed we were by the fact that this game dropped basically as one of probably the worst performing game at release to history, except for maybe Cyberpunk. Like, this game meant so much and just crashed, you know? It's another game that was like, they could have done well, and sure, they kind of revived it, but they still didn't add a lot of features that we all wanted, you know? And so for that, it has to stay at 15 because of the heartbreak. And so yeah, guys, that's the whole video, and I know I only gave you 15 games, but honestly, I think having 15 favorite games is kind of a lot more than like most other people. And, you know, no other game really means to me as much as that list does, you know? Like, that whole list, no matter the complaints I have with it, I still love so fucking much every single game that's on the list. I had so many good memories with it, and also some bad memories that translate into fun memories down, like, later in life, you know what I mean? And so, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, all that YouTube shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video.